I'm too pretty. I'm too blessed. Danny Swift Garcia can never pass the Keith Thurman test. I beat that boy with bone spurs. I wasn't even at my best. Man, my IQ is even higher. His feet are slow like a flat tire. This is not a game. This is not Street Fighter. But I will hit you with that yoga fire. Keith Thurman responds to Danny Swift Garcia. Danny Swift Garcia just beat Jose Benavidez. Find out how it went down in this video. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now, that passage was a passage I read from Keith Thurman. Obviously, his ears and eyes were open, and he was paying attention. Danny Swift Garcia returned to the Barclays, fought Jose Benavidez Jr. first fight in a new weight class, 154. He was coming off a long layoff. He said he battled some things, some anxiety, some mental health type issues, and his personal life was not in order. And he overcame that, came back, secured a W, got a W in the win column, and he's saying he's back with it, right? Post-fight, he called out Erislandy Lara and Keith Thurman. Now, for Danny Garcia versus Benavidez, might I add that I thought he looked sharp. You know, his defense looked on point. He looked kind of rejuvenated, if you will, right? Defense was pretty tight. And, you know, you have to look at Benavidez has long arms, and, you know, he was applying the jab. What I really like from Danny Garcia that I don't remember being the case as much as it was last night was the body work. I don't remember Danny Garcia having a game plan where he was just dumping to the body. And that's smart when you're the shorter fighter and someone is bigger than you. They said the morning of the fight, Jose Benavidez stepped on the scale and he was 172. So some people are like overdoing it, saying, oh, Danny, you know, he doesn't have any power up there. Like, the guy rehydrated to crazy proportion, 172 in the morning. So who knows how much Benavidez weighed by the nighttime. You know, let's say he ate something for lunch or whatever the case is. So he could be 180 by the time they fought. Who knows what the weight discrepancy was. Nonetheless, Danny Garcia, he looked swift, like his actual nickname, you know, and I like the execution and the body shots. I think paid dividends, and I really had him pitching basically a shutout. I gave Jose Benavidez Jr. round 9. So this was a good, solid win for Danny Garcia. Called out Erislandy Lara. He was asked about Tony Harrison, but he didn't seem as interested in the Harrison bout. He said he prefers Lara, and he wants to avenge the Keith Thurman loss because he said that was the first loss or the L of his career. So he got to get that back. You know, Keith Thurman, he fought against Carlos Quintana, and it was at like 152, 153. So he does have a little bit, I mean, it was a while ago, but he has a fight over 150 pounds, which is the point I'm making. That was earlier in his career, but, you know, it's just less of a weight cut, which could actually help Keith Thurman, you know, could actually help him because as you get older, your body is less forgiving, less pliable, less flexible. You know, just imagine, like when you're 21, you go out drinking all night and have to be at work in the morning. But then imagine doing that when you're 50 years old. Like you probably be miserable versus when you're young 20s, maybe you can get away with it and bounce back. Or even like, let's say you're 18 or a kid or something and you fall off your bike and you just, got some scrapes and scratches, and then you dust yourself off and get back on the bike like nothing happened because you're a kid, you know, because you're young and you're vibrant and vivacious. That's kind of the same thing versus sometimes you go to the gym too hard when you get older and you might be sore for the next week or whatever the case is, or you really be feeling it. So Keith Thurman, this could be a benefit to him to move up, or maybe they do it at a catch weight since Danny Garcia just moved up. I actually want to see the Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia part 2. You know, I think that's a great precursor too, before Danny Garcia starts getting to some of the bigger names. Like, if you want to convince people you're ready for Charlo, it would be nice to have more experience at 154, right? And that's just what it is. So I actually like the Danny Garcia Keith Thurman fight. Keith Thurman last fought Mario Barrios, pretty tough fight. Like I said, maybe him giving his body a break would be of some benefit to him. So Keith Thurman, that's his response. Keith Thurman has responded to Danny Swift Garcia in his call out. Hopefully Danny Garcia gets a big fight. I mean, he's a seasoned veteran. He looked good in his last fight, dominated. So he deserves to continue on this path. And now that he got his mind right and his mind straight, then, you know, the sky's the limit. He should be back in the mix of things to come. Now, the other thing I do like, and this is also a bad thing for Terrence Crawford, is Danny Garcia could fight Keith Thurman, so that, you know, you could see them move up past 150 pounds. And Errol Spence has talked about moving up to 54. So at the end of the day, even if the Crawford-Spence fight, and I'm not wishing this, but I'm saying even if the Crawford-Spence fight doesn't happen, Spence has way more options being affiliated with PBC and being ingratiated with Al Heyman and PBC and Showtimes and the Foxes, because he has many options. You know, you could say Danny Garcia, I'm not keen on this, I'm just going off what he's saying, but Danny Garcia has talked about mental health issues and said he was burnt out and, you know, had anxiety. So you could really run an Errol Spence versus Danny Garcia part 2 at 154. You know, the way Danny Garcia looked, you know, these are all options. So Errol Spence still has a lot of options as far as I'm concerned. And I'll probably talk about that some more in a future video. But for now, I'll wrap it up like a condom and, you know, get up out of here. SLC, subscribe, like, and comment. I'm the best in the business. The best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Covering boxing in the digital age. But y'all already knew that. And I'm out. Introducing Super Thanks. Right here on the official Boxing Ego YouTube. Super Thanks allows you, the viewers, to show a little bit of extra gratitude, which enables me as a full-time content creator to push out the content you need in the world of boxing. Underneath all the videos, you will see a heart with the $sign in it. You can enter any amount that you find suitable as a super thanks. A brand new, interactive, and colorful way to get your comments highlighted and noticed by not only myself, but other people on the YouTube platform. Super thanks, a unique and cool way to show and applaud us full-time content creators. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Super thanks. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working.